come together. Obviously we feel much better.
So much better.
Gotta live upright,
Stand tall.
appreciate the beauty of life. Come together. Obviously we feel much better. Gotta live upright, appreciate the beauty of life.
You know, I'm not a big fan of the media. Sometimes they just don't turn up the right sort of volume, you know. But real life situations do occur that press is a positive thing. When we getting a message out like this, a lot of people just don't know that they putting disease and seeds in cells so they can make a mill on a healthcare system that's failed. I mean, we can look at it so many ways, from stealing farmers' rights to not letting you even have the right to know what's in the food. So on so many fronts, we definitely gotta raise our voice for food sovereignty. That is the key to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Cause when you ain't hungry, you really have a chance to think about something like a beautiful dream. Exhale the signal to all crews, it's time to celebrate. Come together and make a wake, relate the conscious mind state. For faith we taking leaps, meditating on naturalistic, ready to be activated, real life's the catalyst. Worldwide voice and support for new way. It's a unity track as preparations are being made to trap us into cubicles of cancerous city life. Resistance is not futile, we must do what's right. Come together today and every day after this. May all the tribes unite so freedom can exist. You heard, you understood.
May all the tribes unite so freedom can exist.
Come together for all those who can't see the possibility. Day after day going hungry, caged by the depths of poverty. But we live in different reality, too comfortable in our vanity. Must change the status quo, move back to sustainable. Break the chains holding you back, so search where the power's at. All pieces of huddlement, come on, call huddle. Come together because we can, come together to understand. Come together for our brethren, worldwide we roll momentum towards a new direction. Change on the horizon, way we surviving is when unity's rising. You heard Spokane, you understood.
The way to survive is when unity rises. Come together, obviously we feel much better.
So much better.
Gotta live upright, appreciate the beauty of life. Come together, obviously we feel much better. Gotta live upright, appreciate the beauty of life.
We're your artists, your local representatives on the front lines, trying to pump conscious music into the scene. It's RealLifeRockets.com. It's such a joy to be here, man. I got a special guest. We're about to welcome up. Well, let's welcome up another speaker, Chris Nerison. Can you guys give him a round of applause? Welcome up to the stage.
Thank you all for coming this afternoon. It's great to see so many people out. I want to thank the organizers of this great event, and I also want to thank the musicians that are going to perform. And I'm not a real good public speaker, but I'm going to try. To tell you the truth, I've got good news and bad news today. The bad news is I want to echo the comments of my friend Walter Klefkorn, that the problems, the reason that Monsanto is able to conduct its destructive activities with impunity from the public and from what's good for the public at large is the structures of law in this country, that the law is organized to give them more rights than individuals. And the current one that people are organizing around is Citizens United, but that's just the biggest tree in a forest of corporate privilege. And that if we're going to stop Monsanto from its destructive practices, we are going to need to challenge those structures of law. It's as simple as that, okay? And the reason that without that, it's as though we can't stop Monsanto unless we can stop Exxon, unless we can stop J.P. Morgan, unless we can stop, all the other these multinational corporations that engage in this extremely destructive behavior, okay? And so, having said that, that's the bad news, all right? The bad news is that it's us against them. It's the public against a multitude of large corporations that are completely in it just for themselves. And as a matter of fact, the law requires that they engage in the most destructive practices if it leads to greater shareholder value. That's actually embedded in the law. They have to do what maximizes shareholder value, regardless of the effect on the community. And that's our challenge. That's what we need to do, is to challenge those structures of law. And so I'm going to ask you today, I'm calling out that there's going to be a clean and fair elections ordinance on the ballot in Spokane this fall. That ordinance would prohibit corporate lobbying, corporate involvement in initiatives, and corporate donations to candidates for elected office in the city of Spokane. Okay? Myself and a handful of other people last summer gathered the signatures to get this measure on the ballot. And we succeeded in doing that last fall. We've just come off a month of wrangling with the city council to get them to do the right thing and put it on the ballot. It looks like we've successfully completed that part of the task. And now we've got a campaign. You know, now I need campaign workers. I need people to get out in the street and tell the truth about how corrupt our campaign and political system is. I need to people to get out in the street and counter the lies that our opponents are going to throw at us. And I need lots of people. And I need people that can do anything. And we need to show the politicians that these structures of law, that this current system of political campaigning and lobbying isn't acceptable. We need to withdraw our consent. And the Clean and Fair Elections Ordinance would be that withdrawal of consent. I don't have anything else to say. I'm going to be over here. Please give me your name, phone numbers, email addresses. I got sign-up sheets. You know, we're going to fight. We need to fight. We need to show them that we're not going to take it. Thank you all for coming. It's been great to be here.
You know, the struggle against GMO food is so much deeper than just what Monsanto's doing. It's also what me and you are doing in our backyards. What we're doing on our weekends, helping out our neighbors, working in communities, being involved. Sustainability and an alternative way of life, I feel, is like a full-time endeavor. And may this struggle against, we know GMOs, unite us on so many fronts, man. I see a lady out here giving away some fresh heirloom vegetables. We got people connecting, they're like, man, I took hundreds of perennial edible starts, and I want to share them with you, and you, and you. One last one. This one goes out to everyone loving this precious place, conscious of how and what we waste, striving for a better way, like the roots and the permaculture people, on and off the grid, cherishing our water and soil, cause all this could be spoiled. We could ruin this incredibleness, like the effect on native culture after the white man's conquest. All this land was someone else's, well preserved and nurtured, home to the first Americans before they were restructured. So we big enough local tribes, Flathead, Blackfoot, Waller, Spokane, Palouse, Caldwell, and Yakima. We love you all. You got so much to teach that's crucial. Living in harmony with the land and making it even more beautiful, cause it's precious. Let's look around. We got people representing in the downtown March on Monsanto. Yo, we loving y'all. Thank you for representing. Hey!
In the Northwest is incredible. Wild huckleberries made a root yarrow. It's a good thing to know all the blessings that grow ornamental, medicinal, and edible. In the Northwest is incredible. Wild thimbleberries, camas root, and marshmallow. It's a good thing to know all the blessings that grow ornamental, medicinal, and edible.
Yeah, I hope you hear us in these public buildings around the way. Officials and representatives know the people are raising their voice.
In the Northwest is incredible. Wild huckleberries made a root yarrow. It's a good thing to know all the blessings that grow ornamental, medicinal, and edible.